Hello everyone, and welcome to Timberborn. Today we'll be starting a new game on Folktales in the Canyon map. Let's get started. So let's just take a quick look at the map. What they've got going on here. Looks like they've got a little bridge, some water flowing in, comes around through here, through the center of town, and then out and joins with some bad water before it leaves. So we're gonna need to get that eventually, but for now, we can just start with our basic needs, like gathering food and wood. I like to do this little T design here because that lays out our town the way I like. Gives us access to this, and access to up here as well if we need. We're gonna mark some trees for cutting, and we're just gonna mark all of these for cutting because we have trees elsewhere that we can use for sap and other stuff. Next thing we're going to want to do is lay down a lumberjack flag near these trees so they can be taken down, and a gatherer flag over here. First building we're going to want to get down is going to be a water pump. We're going to want to put that over by the river, and we're going to put 2 of them in just for good measure, along with a couple storage tanks over by City Hall or District Center. We're going to start advancing time. We're going to set it on the higher speed so that this gets all built. We're also going to want to put down a lodge so that the beavers have somewhere to live, as well as a farmhouse so we can get some food on the go. Alright, we're on our second day, and we've got our planting area designated. They just finished building this, so let's add the path to it. We'll add the path to the other one as well, so that can get started. We're also going to want to unlock these, so we're going to need an inventor, which is under science, and inventor. And we're going to just put that next to the lodge. We'll actually add 2 of them, so we can start getting some science points. Because we are going to want to build across the river as well. Also going to need an industrial pile, or small or large pile. Let's do a large pile for wood right off the side of the town here. There we go, and we'll just designate that as wooden logs. So these are built. They're going to start building our housing after they finish building the farmhouse, I think. Or maybe it's going to be these ones first. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be these ones first. And we're going to use up here as our sort of industrial area thing. So we're going to need to put a gatherer flag and mark these trees for cutting so that they all get knocked down as well. Put down that lumberjack flag and mark all these trees for cutting. Poor beavers have to sleep on the ground until they build their house. Let's prioritize that, shall we? Set this for water. Get that all set up. Let's employ more people for the town hall or district center. Alright, they have their house. We still need a few more houses, but we will probably put them up here. Or maybe not. We'll put them down here by the center. And up here we're going to want to build our first power parts. So the first things that are going to need power are going to most likely be our lumber mill, which is going to go here. We're going to put a power wheel right next to it. And we're going to do a path out the front and down to there. Not super important that they build that right now, but important to have eventually. Still have 3 beavers that stay outside at night, so we should probably sort that out by adding another lodge behind there on this side. And set that construction priority to high as well, so that that gets built. Also going to want to go into our landscaping menu, I think. Yep. And deploy a dam across here to keep our farmland watered and healthy during the drought. Looks like we're getting our first crops planted. Takes 6 days to get 1 potato. So in 6 days, we are going to need storage for said potatoes. So let's get started on that now. Let's do a warehouse. And another warehouse because we've got both potatoes and carrots. We'll designate this one as potatoes and this one as carrots. And now they'll start to build our dam here. And that'll give us more farming area on this side because we'll be able to build a path across the top. Alright, now that we're on day 9, we're going to want to get our more beavers. So we're going to need to build more housing for that to happen, because they kind of self-regulate in a sense. So we're going to put this here like that. And we'll build a path up to that as well, so that when they have a chance, they'll build that. I believe the next thing being built, yes, is the dam. That's good. That will help save some water in this area here, all the way up to the back. Hopefully we don't get any bad water through here before we can get a diversion system set up. So we're most likely going to have to start building a bad water wall and a separate path for it as well. Not sure where we would do that. Probably here. We'll divert it down this way. Our dam is being built. We've got 2 more pieces left. That will start holding back some water. Also look like we got some crops ready to be harvested here. Nowhere to put them yet, but it's starting to be built. And I think our goal is going to be to get this dam built and get a storage area for some planks as well. So I think we'll get that. We'll just do a small pile for now. We don't need a ton of planks. Yep, all of our crops are being harvested. That's good. Don't have anywhere to put them yet, but that's not a problem. They'll just stop harvesting when they run out of room. But it does look like these are being built fairly quickly. Once this is built, our town should be safe from most droughts for at least for the beginning of the game. Later on, we might have some issues and we'll have to build a bigger dam. But for now, this should be okay. Seems like it has recalculated itself. Oh, it's slowly fixing. Yeah, you can see it slowly fixing itself. There we go. And we've got higher water on this side now. We've also got our lumber mill set up. Don't have any workers for it yet, but that's fine. We also don't have anywhere to store the completed lumber, so that's okay. Our 4th lodge should be built pretty soon. And then we can start stockpiling lumber. And right as I get the dam built, we have a drought approaching in 3 days. So that's good. We got the dam built, and it will give us a little bit of a buffer on that drought. Also want to get built a forester. So hopefully we have enough science points for that. No, we do not, as we do not have any science workers. So let's decrease this. We don't need that as much. We want to gather our science points. Looks like we also have someone here. We don't really need anyone here, but it's just a filler spot for now. Looks like we have enough science points to get us a forester. So we're going to want to build one of those. I'm going to put it over here. Yes, I want to unlock that, and I want to designate this as tree area. We have half a day till the drought gets here, and we should be fairly prepared for it. We've got enough storage here. We've got, each one has a decent amount, but we're also going to have this pump still, Can also put down a few more water storage containers. Put a couple there, since we don't have much else to build right now. Good thing this time our drought is fairly short. We should be able to make it through it no problem. If it does dry up, it'll only be dry for a day or so. It's not that big of a deal. It should be okay. First thing I'm going to want to do though is blow up this area when we get TNT to give us a little bit more surface area for water storage. Or better yet, we build a dam here. I don't want to do that right now though. I do want to get these trees harvested first so that we don't waste them. We're going to pause that one water pump that's not on the side of the dam that has the water so that we can get the worker for our lumber mill here so we can get some planks for some of our buildings, as they do require planks. Looks like we did make it through our first drought with full water reserves and one pump active in our water reserve pile. Ideally, we want to have all water reserve tanks and then just leave this for evaporation, as the pump will take more than the evaporation, and it would definitely be better to have this area moist than to have water coming in. We could store that. Our drought has ended and our cycle 2 has begun. So with that, I will leave you and see you in the next one.